Coming up on Talk is Cheap, have you ever seen something out of the corner of your eyes? Didn't know what the it was? It just might have been a shadow person. We're going to cover it next. Stay tuned. Welcome to Talk is Cheap, where cheap is talk and talk is cheap. We're back again. And to my left here is Pete Halbleib. Pete, how are you?
Doing well, Dano, doing well. You know, kicking ass, taking names. Actually, I stopped taking names. I ran out of paper, so.
And that's a new hat. I've never seen you wear that one.
No, you like it?
Yeah, disc golf.
Yeah.
Did you win that?
I did, yes. Nice. I was at a tournament a couple weeks ago, and it was one of the things that in the prize pack stuff that you get, so. Cool. I'm a bit of a disc golf buff, so.
And to my right over here is none other than Dusty Long.
How you doing?
I said it right. Dusty?
Yeah,
we're not doing
God,
Dustin anymore?
God forbid. Why'd you bring it up again? That's all the comments
you
are
just
going to
had to pick at the scab, didn't you?
I just wanted to make sure.
We know each other how long?
I got a fun topic for you today.
Ooh.
This one really caught my eye. We're going to talk about shadow people. This, I'm sure everybody's had experience with these shadow people. This topic was submitted by Caleb Kuchlin and Mang Troop, who is also MSAW3000, who gave us Donald Marshall topic.
Why did he change his name?
I think it's a she.
Or she.
I don't know. She never said.
I mean, she never did.
Well, she said it. She said it is indeed whatever, but we still can't. Because it's text, I don't know if it's MS or still AW.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
So basically, shadow people. Now, I'm sure we've all had the experience where you're sitting there focused on doing something, and you see something out of the corner of your eye. You turn, look, and it's gone,
and nothing's there. Mm-hmm.
And you're kind of like, "What the fuck?" And you just kind of brush it off. I haven't had that happen much lately anymore. I don't know about you guys.
You know, now that you mention it, I haven't. I can't say as it's happened recently to me, but. Yeah, and not recently, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know. It probably happens to me.
You still have it happen?
Yeah, once in a while, I'd say. But then again, I'm always constantly scanning.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know?
That's why I wanted to make because maybe stuff's changing, you know. But I used to see them a lot all the time. I remember at work I would see something. I would be in the. Never mind. Side issue.
Yeah. All right. Good catch, Dano.
Yeah. Don't talk about that. God forbid.
So let's go. Okay. So some of the types people see. Some people see human-shaped shadows, black mist shadows, and there's even animal-shaped shadows. Now, I kind of could recall seeing something that would look like a mist.
Mist shadows. Yeah. Okay.
Some people say some of these have red eyes. They describe it like a Hat Man, like a Zorro. And they describe it as blacker than black, and you can't see through them. These are the people that are actually able to see it straight on.
Yeah. Like somebody that's gotten a good look at one. Can they do physical things, move stuff? I don't want to get too far ahead here. Touch you, grab you, anything like that?
Yeah, I'll get into that a little bit later.
I'm ahead of myself.
We have a tendency to jump ahead.
Yeah, it's a minute into it, and I'm already asking all these questions.
So this is shadowpeople.org. It's going to be in the description. Now, these are two pictures here that people actually caught. One here is, this is what the typical people see. The guy with the hat.
Wasn't there, didn't know it was there when they took the picture, right?
Yep, it says, everyone laughed at me until one Thanksgiving when my daughter took a picture of her boyfriend. When she showed me the picture, she said, "What is this?" In the photograph, she was referring to a tall, black, perfect shadow of a man, smoke coming out of his head. That was swirling and went up to the ceiling. Almost kind of looks like he has a cigar in his mouth.
Can you scroll down so I can see the pipe?
The close-up? Boy, that's creepy. I can see it.
And it's like, I don't think that's faked at all. That looks like
you can see through it.
Genuinely. I mean, that's daylight.
Yeah.
But you can kind of, maybe this is like an arm
it looks, misty, but it almost looks like hair or something, strands coming out.
You can definitely see these are legs. I mean, obviously it's like doing the cloud thing and we're saying the rabbits in the sky and all that.
Oh, sure, right. That would freak me out if I saw that.
Yeah, when I see it at the corner of my vision, it's usually something moving, like a tree limb or something.
No,
okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen.
You don't see any of
If I
this
saw
stuff.
something like that, I'd probably check myself in to the VA quick and be like, "Can you please check me out?"
Because there's another one here. Now, this is kind of what I think I see out of the corner of my eye. Keep in mind, this door's closed right here. Just like a black mist. And I think that's what I've seen.
Can
just
you enlarge
lately.
that one at all or anything?
Huh.
And
And
that looks like in a bedroom of some sort or something.
They actually said in this that she had no memory, or he had no memory of taking the picture. It freaks us both out.
Huh.
And like I said, it's in front of that door. At first, I kind of thought the door was open and it was coming through a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's in the room.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's really hard to disprove that one, huh? Or the other one.
And there's
Because they're so fuzzy.
well. Is it just
Wait.
energy from a ghost?
I know what
right?
that is. It's a cat jumping from the chair to the bed. You see
Caught-
the leg out here, the leg
and it's
down there.
blurred.
and it's blurred out.
Nice try. Yeah,
Try, yeah.
yeah.
But there's all kinds of stories on the site. If you're feeling like, you've seen some
Huh.
stuff, you want to read up on them. There's like 23 pages of tons of
Accounts.
people's accounts. I had some stuff highlighted here. So now we kind of get into the people's reactions. Some people have mixed reactions. Some are feeling like something is watching. I mean, you get that sixth sense feeling like something's watching me.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people feel that it is negative, and some people feel it's not negative. So there's that discrepancy there.
Mm-hmm.
And also sleep paralysis, which we were talking about on a previous episode. Some people are in their middle of their sleep. They wake up. They can't move their arms or legs. And they see this black junk, whatever, if it's the mist or the guy. Some people say they can see a face with red eyes on top of them. And it would freak out. Some people want to scream and can't because they're paralyzed. I've had that myself. I've been, woke up paralyzed, can't move, and you're like, what the can't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing comes out.
It's interesting. I was talking to a friend of mine's monk, and he said that in their religion, they talk about these spirits that can go ahead and do the same thing. Like you'll wake up and you can't move, and I can't remember what he said, if they were just spirits of people that couldn't, move on to the next,
another plane.
Another plane. And he said some of them can be for good and some of them can be for evil and whatnot. But yeah, it was a really interesting conversation I had with him. But their religion there has that in it, so a lot closer.
This is freaking me out, Dan.
Yeah, so this guy here says, I looked up and looked to my right side to see a tall figure, maybe about 7 feet with red eyes, just looking at me. I couldn't see no face, just bright eyes. That would scare the out of you.
I'd shoot it.
Did I ever? This is freaky because did I ever share the story with you guys when I was like 5-6 years old? I was.
See that, and now you're getting into that next part.
Oh, weird.
No, but go ahead.
The weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Okay, I was 6, maybe. I'll say 6, give or take a year either side. But I remember, I was young enough that my mom would leave the hallway light on for me at night as like a nightlight because I didn't like the dark very much. And I was in the house. My mom and my dad, my brother, and one of my sisters were living in the house with me. And we were upstairs. We each had our own bedrooms. And I remember in bed one night, and Mom was still awake downstairs, so it wasn't super late, but the hallway light was on and the door was cracked about 2 inches. And I saw a shadow overtake the door. You could see all of a sudden, boom, the silhouette. And then the door slowly opened. And I was laying in bed, and now I didn't necessarily have the feeling that I couldn't move, but I wasn't moving, okay? And the door slowly opened, and I could see a silhouette, just a dark silhouette, enter the bedroom, and somehow came up next to the bed and started lifting me off the bed. I don't really remember feeling like arms or hands under me, other than they came there, and it was in my mind, that sensation, and lifted me up, blankets and all, got me about a foot, 18 inches off the bed.
So your eyes were open?
Yes. I was sitting there, I was watching this, and I remember I still wasn't moving. I remember I came up almost straight as a board. I mean, it's not like my knees bent. I just remember I was perfectly straight, and I was able to scream, though. And I remember I screamed as loud as I could, just screamed, and instantly this thing was gone. I remember bouncing back down on my bed, and like 2 to 3 seconds later, it seemed almost instantaneously, my sister comes running into the bedroom to see what's wrong with me. And I was freaking out. Someone was in the room and stuff, and somebody was trying to pick me up. And of course, then they were freaking out, and eventually we settled back down and went to bed. But that was like the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. And just reading the first 2 stories, I got goosebumps because it just reminded me of that.
Really?
So, yeah. So
It's
anyway.
definitely probably one of them.
Oh,
because that's what
God.
I wanted to say. A lot of young children have these experiences. I had it too. I would see in the hallway, not to the extent that you had, but I remember, and that's one of the things. I think when you're that young, you're kind of open to that dimension, if you will. But,
Yeah, you're more awakened than your innocence probably does that to you.
You know what's funny is I always say I saw the Easter Bunny when I was younger, and this is I was I don't know, I was this tall, and we lived in a very large red house out near Boaz. And I remember the next day was Easter, and I got up early because I wanted to find my Easter basket, right? And I went. There was bedrooms down a hallway, and then there was a half wall that split off to the kitchen and the living room. So I went down there, and I looked in the kitchen, I looked in the living room, and I came back, and I thought, oh, there's a curio cabinet where that little, the divider is. So I turned around to go back, and it was dark, but it still had a little bit of light 'cause it was, summertime and whatnot, or, Easter time. And I swear this thing turned around and looked at me, and I thought it had 2 ears, but now here's the stovetop or, top hat. But it looked at me, and I wasn't afraid. I was just I was more like, holy
An
like,
Easter bunny.
an Easter bunny.
Yeah.
And then it started to rotate to me, and I got a little nervous about that, so I ran back to the bedroom and I went to bed. Now, the next morning, I told my mom I saw the Easter Bunny last night. And she goes, no, you didn't. And I said, no, I seriously did. I got up and I saw the Easter Bunny. She goes, where did you see the Easter Bunny? And I said, right there. And she looked at me really funny. And I was like, okay. So she goes, well, go find your Easter basket. So I went looking, and finally I found it in the curio cabinet. Right where that damn thing was is where the Easter.
Oh, my God. That's interesting.
So I didn't even think about it until you said something about that. And I was like, well, I always thought it was just I dreamt it, manifestation or something. But now I'm thinking about it. I mean, I was pretty sure I was awake, and that's where I was looking. And I went back to look at that, and that's where it was. So maybe I have seen one of these damn bats. So now I'm getting nervous, and I got to walk out to my car, and it's dark out.
I know. I'm thinking, holy crap! The old lady's gone, and I got the house to myself.
But I never thought about it as anything more than me just being a kid.
You can't shoot him either, can you?
We can try.
We can try.
This kid, okay, now this was a kid when he said he was about 6 or 7. I actually find comfort in his presence. I even talk to him. I don't get an answer, of course, although he doesn't disappear as fast when I'm talking to him. He'll stick around for several minutes, then he just kind of vanishes.
Wow.
So that's where he's kind of comfortable with it. See, I think there's different beings where some people feel it's like an evil presence, and other people, it's there's so much going on there that... I was listening to Art Bell's show, the Coast to Coast host. He had Harley Swiftier Reagan, also known as Thunder Strikes, on his program. And he was saying that these are basically beings from parallel dimensions. These were first recorded by indigenous people in 1153 BC. So we're talking quite a while ago.
So would they be from different dimensions? Is that their true form, or is that just how they're manefested in our dimension?
That's a good question. I mean, there's not any way to prove it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's no scientific studies done on it, right?
A glimpse into the 4th dimension.
He says shadow people are now becoming visible as frequencies rise. And they feed off emotional energy discharge. That's why some of them will come in freaky the f*** out. Because they feed off of that.
They like the adrenaline, kind of like I Come in Peace, that alien movie where they would take your dopamine or whatever. And anyway, it's an old movie.
Oh, that's why I didn't watch it.
They'd scare you, basically. They'd inject you full of adrenaline and get you all freaked up and then pull your dopamine or something like that. I can't remember. And sell it as a drug. Anyway, but, that's interesting.
So another thing he mentions, cats and dogs. They can see this other dimension. You'll see a cat sitting there on the couch and he'll go like this.
Oh God,
yeah.
Pet animals in general are just known for their 6th and 7th senses. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They're good judge characters. Somebody that's shady walks around a dog will pick up on it.
Yeah, very true.
A caller called into that radio broadcast, and he was talking about a Sasquatch being shadow being in his room. He said that one he felt was a female presence, and it was actually protecting him, and he felt like there was a male one outside his house trying to
do bad stuff or something. Well,
that was really weird.
In the Sasquatch phenomena, even when you talked about indigenous, the first peoples and stuff, their accounts, a lot of them that they can shapeshift, they can disappear. And the Sasquatch dimensional jumping is not an uncommon theory either. So, I mean, because that looks like a Sasquatch to me. The one in the lower right.
Does it?
That totally could be
That
Sasquatch.
looks like a cowboy to me. Okay, I'm going to show you what I think these look like. I was going to say this for later, but let's do it now. These. Who the f*** made these? Because this is almost like the same thing people are seeing. That when he says Sasquatch being.
Yeah.
I gotta buy
There's your
that.
Easter bunny.
Because that kind of makes me like.
Where's my Easter bunny?
Upper left.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some bitch.
Some bitch.
But
Some
you get,
bitch monkey
You get
nuts.
freaked out seeing that. And there's I think it was William Shatner had a show on TV, and he was talking about someone seeing this lady seen one in the woods. I guess it wasn't. She didn't say if it was a cowboy one, but it was just a shadow being. And then of course they get the scientist or whatever. So yeah, when you get that light bending the trees like that, you might think it's a shadow. Blah blah blah.
Oh God,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, you know this how.
It was a weather vortex that made perfectly good geometric shapes in the hayfield. And
Let's look at some video.
Oh yeah.
oh my God,
I'm good
yes.
for this.
So there's quite a bit of these. I kind of found a couple good ones here. It's gonna be very quick.
Yep, saw it.
I'll slow it
Somebody,
down.
the guy saw it.
Look at that.
Oh my
Ooh.
God, I just got goosebumps
And that's
again.
like-
and he's freaking out. Look at the guy's like, what the hell was that? He's pointing right away.
You
That's
can,
that exact same color too, a smoky gray,
the
black.
wispy. And this one's kind of weird. It's almost like a ghost, but
Yeah.
and the guy crashes behind him.
Play that one again if you don't mind.
Oh, it's coming up again.
Okay. So there's the shadow, and the guy just dumps it.
Yeah.
No shit.
And you got to kind of be careful with some of these because we can start hitting that ghost area too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think I could see how they'd be confused for one another.
Like this one, I kind of thought was more of. I mean,
Well, that's weird. He walks right through it. That's definitely a human form there.
That's
He's wearing a
crazy.
backpack or something.
this guy hooked up his Kinect.
Oh, I saw this the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he even seen it. It was just in the.
Yeah, he switched on his night vision or something.
And he's turned his head like he thought something was there, though. But
Another humanoid form.
and yeah,
And it backed away as soon as he turned
They're
around.
quick.
Oh, I don't like this, Dan.
Of course, the scary music.
I keep getting
I
goosebumps
say
over
the-
and
the
over. And
music
maybe it is
helps,
the
yeah.
music, yeah.
Now, I wasn't gonna show this one, but what the hell? Because this one could be easy enough to fake. These guys are throwing this bag of flour, and then they just, that could be a guy running back there, of course.
It
Or
looks
a
like a
dog or-
monkey.
Monkey. Yeah.
So there is that.
Go play that one again, can you? Real quick, is that all right?
Sure.
It looked like a monkey hopping or something,
Or
didn't
a
it?
dog in a way or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. That was more animal than human there. Oh, they are gonna do it. See, it
That
looks
was
like
a monkey.
See,
I hate monkeys.
totally looked like a monkey to me.
But that's definitely not impressive as that first one I showed you. That's why I brought
No,
that
that
up
one was
first.
pretty good.
No, that wasn't. There were some creepy ones in
You're
there.
gonna hold
man.
my hand walking out to the car, right?
Yeah, that first one with it passing by the
wispy,
open
yeah.
door. Yeah. Whew. Not cool.
I mean, I can tell by looking at that video. It's definitely in that frame, and it hasn't been altered. You can really, just the way it looks.
that was one nice thing about the old film cameras, man. You couldn't get in there and doctor them,
Right. Now, Corey Good was in the operating room, or not operating, emergency
room.
He was, I can't remember what was wrong with him, but he ended up being all right. But
There's a shadow person in
yeah,
there.
he brought this up, and then we'll look carefully behind the door here.
No.
There was something there. You can see that there was something black, and then it goes back up, and then it's gone.
Up
See
by the
that?
door, above the door handle,
Yeah,
right?
above the door handle.
See it there?
Oh.
That's freaky.
That is weird.
Yep.
So it's like,
There's like a hand grabbing the damn thing. And then there's no hand.
I'll try to stop it on there, but it's definitely not very the best.
I would
video,
like to
but-
say it was like a light switch, somebody ain't there a second time. Unless that
But you can even
door
see
is
something.
moving, yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Part of
look in the
here,
window there.
Yeah, it really looks like a hand or something.
Yeah, kind of grabbing the door.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something down here maybe?
But when it comes back, it's a little bit lighter,
Gone.
too. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, lights aren't going off in my house for a little while. Yeah. Oh, man. I'll sleep with 2 guns instead of 1.
But I want to bring this up real quick because some people can mistake this stuff, and I think it's worth. This one actually got a lot of thumbs up, but one guy mentioned in the comments that this. I'll play it here.
This one's almost got 500,000 views too. It's always tough to know where to look.
It'd be lower left.
Lower left, coming in the door maybe.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. It's small.
Animal-like.
It's under the table now.
It's a f***ing cat.
Except for it went out the window and
That's
is
the
now
only part
out
that's
on the
not really
sidewalk.
cat-like.
All right, so I'm gonna say that this one's fake.
You could have...
You think that one's
You
fake?
know what I think it is, and somebody left it in the comments, and I'm glad he did.
Because it makes sense.
It's a bug on the camera lens walking up.
yeah.
But a lot of people in the comments don't know that, but that makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
now you can see kind of the legs and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Because when I first seen this one, I was like, oh, holy and then I saw that comment, and you're like, oh yeah, he's actually right.
That's a really good point, though, bringing up the other side of things. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, but see, when it goes through the window though, it doesn't seem to be like camera lensy. But at first, it sure did. But no,
Well,
yeah.
it could be the bending of the.
Yeah,
you get into a lot
because
of
it's
stuff.
tough when you get out to the edge of the focus and all that stuff. That is interesting. You know, a good way to test that. Put a f***ing bug on there and see what it looks like.
Well, Andy and
Yeah,
I were
we've
just
had
talking.
him on the lenses before.
Andy and I were just talking, and he has security on his front door, and he said he saw these white dots, and he's like, "What the f- are those?" and whatnot. And he shows me the footage, and I'm like, "God, that is weird."
Like orbs or
There's just like
something, yeah.
little white orbs. So he even goes down there and he puts his hand out and everything else. What is it? It's a damn spider's web.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
so close.
Yeah,
It has,
yeah.
yep.
And it was glistening
Yeah.
or
Yep.
something.
So it's really interesting because we look at it, and it was not the first thing we think of, right? Like the first thing I thought of, the way it moved over to the chair and then kind of like went around the chair and jumped on top, was like someone blurred out a damn cat until it went out the window. That would have been difficult because we know they can do that stuff.
Yeah.
But that was hard. That was
that was the
good.
one. Yeah. So real quickly, how do you defend yourself against this?
Yeah.
First and foremost, don't give in to the energy of the fear, because that's what they're looking for. That's what they want. They want you to be scared of them, and they want to feed off that. If it's the negative ones.
Oh yeah.
Yep. They'll somehow get your energy.
And I would also say go ahead and protect yourself. Imagine wrapping yourself in white light, because now I've been into this meditation stuff. That's protection
They
there.
say for alien abduction too, and envision yourself in a protective barrier and stuff too.
White light.
Now,
love
how
and
would you
crystals.
attack them? Like to eliminate them?
I like where we go.
You can't really do that.
Like I'm thinking like a holy water spray or
A shadow blade.
Yeah, right. Or you make a shadow puppet of a dog head biting it, or something. Yeah, there you go. No, I'm wondering if things like incense or something could help.
That's what they were saying. Sage.
Sage. Yep.
Yes.
Sage has been known to ward off spirits. And
Oh,
for
But that being said, like I said, I haven't had any recollection of seeing anything for a long time now. And
No.
I remember used to being able to see that out of the corner of my eyes, but I haven't really had any of that.
No, I can't say I have like that either. No, I think I remember the Easter Bunny and That's about it.
And then just twigs moving in the car.
Just stuff that moves. Because you always use your peripheral, and I'm always trying to scan. So if like even our background here has boxes twirling around. I think 2 episodes ago I was sitting there the last episode I was looking at Pete, and I could see that thing, and I didn't know what the hell it was, so I just easily glanced over, like I'm looking at you, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's a cube. All right. Or it was a shadow person.
person. Yeah, this is something, I've heard about them and stuff. I haven't done a ton of research on my own. I've seen some videos and things like that, but
yeah, I wasn't going to do research on it, and then unless somebody left the comments, I was like, oh, that really interests me because I did see out of the corner of my eyes. Didn't realize it was this big.
Yeah,
there's so many comments on that page.
I don't even know if I've even heard of this until you brought it up. So that's really cool.
Thank you guys for watching. Please leave your experiences in the comments below. Tell us what you've seen because I'm sure a lot of you have.
Oh, I'd love to read them.
Definitely a big topic.
Yeah, definitely.
So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And this is Pete Halbleib, Dusty Long, and Dan Hohlfeld signing out.
Pew pew.